Hi, my name is Leanne. I started this program last spring and I wrapped up the program in July of 2018. And over the period that I was in the program, our expectation was that I wouldn't lose very much because I came in with a pretty heavy neurological load of things to clean up. And I was very much out of balance in many ways. So weight wasn't really a primary driver for me. But lo and behold, after the program, I had lost about 30 pounds, which was unexpected and very welcomed. So I finished the program last year in July and it's now May. So it's almost been a year, and I have had some really great disciplined periods where I have stuck with my program and been very clean. And I have had weeks of not eating very cleanly. You know, we had taken a couple of vacations, I was on a cruise, like life slipped in and I got carried away. And interestingly enough, after the cruise, for example, my weight didn't fluctuate at all, which is surprising because it typically does. And people often talk about that as when you go on these kind of all-you-can-eat vacations, you come back really robust and overflowing with all the sweets and things. But I think what I attributed it to was the fact that I was in such great balance before. So in my mind, I felt like the things that I were eating, the things I ate, even though they weren't necessarily the greatest choices, when it came in, my body knew what to do with it. So it didn't just take the sugar, for example, if it was a second dessert. It didn't take all that sugar and store it. It really kind of processed it and got rid of it. And I really believe it's because I had really come to a place of balance. So my body knew it didn't need that and it really just got rid of it. So I felt very proud that I had worked so hard, throughout the program. There were obviously opportunities, where I could have ditched the program, but I would only be cheating myself. And so I was one of those people who would not cheat. I did not want to lose my opportunity to get the very most out of this program. And I thought, I can do anything for 40 days. I can do anything. And I did stick with the program, and it paid off for me hugely. It's been almost a year and I'm within 4 pounds of my lowest weight with the program. And I think that's just a little bit of movement issues. I'm not moving as much. I was writing a book. I was living life, doing things with my kids. So I wasn't as deliberate with my activity, but also, some extra foods have creeped into my world, and I just need to check on what that is and get back on track, because to me, living my most healthiest life is absolutely the biggest priority I have. I know what it feels like to be in pain, in chronic pain, to be suffering, to be just under this cloud of unhealthiness, and I would never want to be back there. So to me, this program has really opened up opportunities to get through a day without pain and to feel like I can say yes to a lot of things, knowing that I can count on my body to keep up with me, and that's really great. When I came into this process, I had 3 very clear objectives, and none of them had to do with weight. It was really restoring energy. It was really kind of tackling a little bit of the pain. I had chronic head pain, and it was really just being a little bit more clear. I found, because I have this neurological condition, I was just very foggy, and there was nothing tangible about it, but it was just this low-level fog that I really couldn't crack through. And none of my objectives had to do with any kind of weight change, because to me, health was a whole body system. It really wasn't just one data point, which is a number on a scale. And the 3 points that I managed to tackle in this program were actually the 3 that I wanted, and some more. I didn't realize that my sleep had been affected until I started sleeping better. I didn't know that was an issue until I started to get it again, and I thought, oh my goodness, have I not been sleeping well? I didn't realize that. Just being able to sustain energy longer in my day. I was a chronic 6 p.m., I want to be in my pajamas, I want to be settling down mentally from my day, but it was the exhaustion. And so just being on this program, I was able to make it through a regular day. I have 3 kids, we have a very busy life, they're all super active, and I wanted to keep up with them, but at some point I just really couldn't. And going through this program, I realized it was probably the inflammation that was just keeping me so foggy and slow and a little bit more lethargic than I should be at my age. I'm definitely a younger, I'm a young person. I want to say I'm a young person, and I want to live my life with zest, and I wasn't able to, and I thought it was a lot of my own medical condition, but partly I think was a contributing factor that I wasn't in balance. I wasn't in metabolic balance. I wasn't in a healthful state. And so all of the contributions created a life that I wasn't super excited about. So I don't know that there's any one thing that cracked the code, but I know doing the program, taking the supplements, getting the sleep, honoring my body, saying great things to myself, all of it together really allowed me to see what I was capable of doing and what my body wanted to be, and that was to be in a healthy state. I would want to know that I had both the strength and the endurance and the capability of being my best self. And so having this program has allowed me to be my best self, and aside happy consequences that I have lost weight. So I look better in the clothes that I have. I got to shop for new clothes, which of course is not important, but it is kind of fun, like you get to wear things that, you're not wearing things that cover you up. You're really saying, look at me, I'm here, I have great things to say, and I'm strong and I'm proud, and I want you to hear my message, and I don't want you to get all distracted by how many layers I'm trying to hide myself behind. I really want to be a model for people to live their very best life, and I feel even more empowered to do that and reach my ripples even further because I can now be even louder and prouder of encouraging people to make those big leaps.